According to an exclusive report by Reuters, Russian oil exports to India are all set to rise in the month of September. Traders have said as producers cut prices to sell more crude because they cannot process as much in refineries that were damaged by Ukrainian drone attacks on energy infrastructure. India has become the biggest buyer of Russian oil supplies that were displaced by Western sanctions after Moscow invaded Ukraine back in the year of 2022. This has allowed Indian refiners to benefit from cheaper crude, but the purchases have drawn condemnation from the government of US President Donald Trump, which increased US tariffs on Indian imports to 50% on Wednesday, which was August 27th. Now, New Delhi says it is relying on talks to try to resolve Trump's additional tariffs, but Prime Minister Narendra Modi has also embarked on a tour to develop diplomatic ties elsewhere, including meeting Russian President Vladimir Putin. Free trading sources involved in oil sales to India said Indian refiners would increase Russian oil purchases in September by 10 to 20% from August levels. Russia has more oil to export next month because planned and unplanned refinery outages have cut its capacity to process crude into fuels. So the reports are suggesting that Russian oil export here to India is only set to rise in the month of September. If compared to August purchases, it's expectedly going to increase by 10 to 20% as per the experts. Traders have said as producers cut prices to sell more crude because they cannot process as much in refineries that were damaged by Ukrainian drone attacks on energy infrastructure. So India, as we all know, is the biggest buyer of Russian oil supplies that were displaced by Western sanctions after Moscow invaded Ukraine in 2022. When compared to August, in the month of September, it's expected that it's only going to rise further by 10 to 20%. This has allowed Indian refiners to benefit from the cheaper crude.